there, and welcome to my second mini movie in turning something from my pile of firewood. Now, I'd originally intended to keep this series of mini movies to 4 minutes, but there's been a lot of, let's say, observations that people would prefer them to be longer, so I'm going to remove that 4-minute restriction as from this video. So without further ado, let's head off to the log pile. Oh, before I go, yes, I've got a new smock. Okay, looking in a different log pile today. That's a bit big. Oh, nice piece of cherry there. I'll be back for you later. Piece of monkey puzzle I've been using for a chopping block. Most of this is Lalandi with the odd bit of cherry in it. Need to look somewhere else. Another area, this is logs that I've acquired. There's all sorts in here. There's ash, maple, yet more yew, some Rabina, false acacia, lots of laburnum slabs. But the piece I was looking for, I found, here we are, this actually, as far as I can see, is some kind of red cedar, which when I got it, I waxed the wrong side. I waxed the, didn't wax the end grain like I should have done. Okay, right, so today it's your turn. Okay then, the first thing you need to do is to find the center of the piece so that I can mount it on a 5-inch faceplate. With some hindsight, I could have trued this up a little bit better on the bandsaw, but nevertheless it seems to be happy and reasonably stable at about 420 RPM. before I get into hollowing this bowl, a couple of months ago I was very fortunate enough to spend a couple of hours in the company of Mark Sanger, who, as we all know, is an advocate of turning wet wood, and I learned a lot in that 2 hours. Now, Mark was generally using one of these, which is the Crown Cryo Hollowing system, and I was very impressed at the way it removed material with apparent extreme ease, so I invested in one, but I haven't used it until now. So, in fact, before I use it, I'm going to nip off and have a look at Mark's video. Okay, having rough turned this piece of, I still think, some kind of red cedar, it's actually showing 30% in the bottom of the bowl, which is very wet of course, and much different from the 15-20% shown elsewhere. So, I'm going to try and dry it out a bit in the microwave. Right, so currently that is showing 1085 grams. Okay then, so I'm going to put the bowl through the microwave to try and get the average moisture down to about 10%, which is going to be quite difficult because I'm getting very big differences of moisture content across the bowl, but right in the core in the centre it's 30%, but I want to try and get it all down to 10%. And I'm going to do that the same way as I've done the others. That's 40% of the, or rather 50% of the microwave power, which is about 500 watts, 40-second cycles, and then 15 minutes rest between each cycle. Okay, so we've got the bowl mounted back on the lathe again. As you can see there, it's wobbling about a bit. It's moved a little bit during the drying process, which was to be expected. So it's really a question now of just finishing off the detail, doing the abrasive work, and then adding as yet an undecided finish. Okay, so there we have it then, the completed bowl. I'm still not 100% sure what the wood is, but some kind of red cedar would seem to be on the right track. Now this project started off as a firewood project, and I ended up turning wet wood, and actually the log didn't really come from my firewood, it came from the log pile, so it's all a bit mixed up. But all I can say is I think that's a very pretty bowl.